live from beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan. You're tuned into Treetown Sound. I am your host, Matthew Altruda, and I got to admit, my voice is a little pony today. Carter's, is your voice pony also?
Yeah, my voice is a little pony. Why?
It is.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, a little hoarse. It happens.
It's a little hoarse.
It is pony today, though. I screamed so much at Sonic Lunch. You're tuned into Treetown Sound. I'm your host, Matthew Altruda, like I always am, every Sunday, 6 p.m. I'm lucky to be joined right now by the longest contributor of this radio show, my son, Carter Altruda, who was on from day one as a child, started with Go Blue, and now he's almost 22. Came back to town because he couldn't miss the Tally Hall Andrew Hortz and Friends extravaganza, brought to you by Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch. So before we get the show going, I want to get your reaction. You're a rare 21-year-old. You saw Tally Hall live at Top of the Park in 2006, I think it was. Maybe it was 2005. Regardless, who cares? How was it for you coming back to your home, seeing these guys you've known your whole life, and experiencing all these fans coming in from all over the world? What is your take on it?
I think it was a very beautiful thing. I think a lot of people can relate music with memories. And I think I've always done that throughout my life, where certain music brings up certain memories for me. And Tally Hall was one of those bands that no one ever knew. And it was Tally Hall was a very personal thing for me. So it was the music that you played, and it was my uncles and, people I knew so personally. And then when it started to blow up, it felt so interesting that something that I cared so deeply about, that everybody else cared so much. And it made, my childhood feel even more special and even, more grandiose because everybody else cared so much. So I think seeing these people I love so much, care about, known my whole life, get to have that experience and see all these people rally behind them.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Rally
right?
Hall.
People
Get that.
I did get that. People coming in from England, Australia, all over the country. If you came into Ann Arbor for Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch, well, I hope you had a wonderful time and enjoyed the city. I will say that I got the set list a week early, and it blew my mind. It was extremely difficult for me to keep this all together. And also, I'm just going to recap on a moment that is so confusing if you listen to this radio show. Last week, I had Rob Cantor and Ross Fetterman on from Tally Hall, and Rob said that he was not playing Sonic Lunch. I know a lot of you are wondering why he played after he said that, or why he even said that to begin with. Well, that conversation was kind of like a time machine on Treetown Sound. We went back to when they were recording with Rob in L.A., where Rob said that he wasn't able to play, that he was coming out here for a family vacation and flying home 2 days before Sonic Lunch. Well, Ross convinced him, and so when he came on my show, he was already playing. But being the weirdos that they are, they decided to do that to torture fans, and, I salute it. Rally Hall is very in that light. So I got a chance to talk to Ross, talk to Rob, talk to Andrew in great detail, and they just loved the experience with the fans. After the show, they did a signing for everyone, and it went from 2 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. They signed thousands of autographs for their fans. If everyone did that much for their fans, it would be incredible. So shout out to them and everyone who experienced it. Maybe my favorite Sonic Lunch of all time. And I got a feeling that I'm not the only one. So what are we going to do? We're going to play a Tally Hall song. It's only been played once before on this show, and it's only been played once live at Sonic Lunch. So it only makes sense, by the one and only Rob Cantor, coming off the 2011 album Good and Evil. This is Never Meant to Know. The one, they only, the Crane Wives from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And you've heard me talk about this band since they played Sonic Lunch in 2024, selling out theaters all over America. They've been to Europe. It's a matter of time for this band just steps up another level. I could imagine like a Crane Wives, Tally Hall, Rabbitology Festival in Ann Arbor. People's heads would explode.
Those are a lot of buzzwords. Right?
Could you? Yes, seriously. Time to burn the internet. I'm not working on that, and that is definitely something that I would work on.
Yeah.
For the record, if you're a millionaire, call me. But I'm going to stick with a Grand Rapids band right now, and it's interesting because people understand that the music industry and has a backside, managers, agents, venues, all of those moving parts. And it is confusing, but once you're in it, you're in it. It's just like any other profession. But I'm going to give a shout out to the Mint Agency right now, which has national acts all over America. I think they might be listening to my radio show,
Wow.
Carter, because
Amazing.
they've signed the Crane Wives, they've signed Rabbitology. Wow. They're signing all these Michigan bands, and not because they're from Michigan, but because they're from Michigan.
Nice.
You know, it's like, it is pretty cool.
Claim it.
And they just signed another band from Michigan recently, and that band is also from Grand Rapids, and their name is Cal in Red. And I've been playing this band on my show for about 5 years, and they're extremely poppy and extremely fun. It was only a matter of time before they locked in the songs and stepped up a level. I checked out their Spotify, closing in on 500,000 monthly listeners. So that's significant. That means people are listening. That means they're going to draw. So we're going to rock one from Grand Rapids, Cal in Red. And Carter, can you explain this to me? The name of the song is Can I Call You Tonight / quarterback.
Whoa.
So if someone says, like, can I call you tonight to a girl, it's like quarterback, does that mean anything?
No, I have no idea.
No
if
idea.
If it does, I missed it.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't there for that.
It's not cool if Carter doesn't know it. This is Cal in Red from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can I call you tonight quarterback? Well, I know not everyone goes to the same dark places. Some people's are darker than others. Mine are wonderful and light and lovely and sunny, because one thing we do know in life is happiness is contagious, and music is the great messenger of community, bringing people together, celebrating life. If you're looking for that right now, you are tuned into Treetown Sound with Matthew Altruda and Carter Altruda. That's right, we're kicking it live here in studio on Treetown Sound. That last one, Junior, Same Dark Places, came out in 2017, was misplaced, never was on an album. One of my personal favorites by them. They are headlining Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch, closing out 2025, the most epic year ever, with Abso Facto. Junior and Abso Facto at Sonic Lunch. So what do you need to do? Cancel everything. Christy's like giving pumps to the sky right now. She's feeling it. She stole my Junior hoodie. I will get it back. Regardless, I will let you know right now that if you miss this show, you will regret it forever. I'm not going to tell you why, but I'm just going to tell you this is extremely important for you to be there if you're a Junior fan. Some epic things are going to happen. It's all going to be a surprise. And no, it's not Rob Cantor coming out if you're a Tally Hall fan listening, but Josh Epstein and Rob Cantor are collaborating on Rob's new album. So what are we going to do here? We're going to give a quick shout out to the Sonic Lunch this week, the one and only Carl Denson's Tiny Universe. If you're unfamiliar with him, if you've listened to Lenny Kravitz, he's one playing saxophone on those recordings. He is the head of, or I guess the saxophone player, but one of the collaborators, writers of Grey Boy All-Stars, quintessential funk band of the 70s into the 80s, still plays today to the present. He's also the saxophone player in the Rolling Stones. So all of this coming to Bank of Ann Arbor, Sonic Lunch this Thursday. It is free. Chi 5 Loops will be opening. You do not want to miss this show. When I confirmed this show for Sonic Lunch, I wanted to cry. I couldn't just because I was so happy, but I wanted to. So definitely want to make that. Also, shout out to my sponsor, Bank of Ann Arbor and Orion Automotive Services. They've been loving cars since 1994, providing automobile maintenance and repair services for European, domestic, and Asian vehicles. You obviously made a big investment on your car, and you need to take care of it.
If you haven't called proms, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 proms, but Rich ain't one.
That's right. Rich is not one. And Carter made up that part of the commercial when he was like 10 years old. So shout out to you, Carter. I appreciate all of that. Go see Rich at Orion. He really does take care of the community, especially the musicians, conveniently located on Jackson Road, right across the street from the BMW dealership. All right, when we come back from break, more Tree Town Sound. Absolute Tree Town Sound, classic banger. I'm going to play that song forever. That is Rachel Mazer with Simply Casual. And if you love the backup singing, well, that's Theo Katzman from Wolfpack, and it features Joe Dart from Wolfpack on bass. Rachel Mazer went to the University of Michigan with the members of Wolfpack. When Wolfpack headlined Sonic Lunch in 2016, maybe 15, I think it was 15, Rachel Mazer sat in with them on saxophone. She is continuing to just crush right now, playing with, currently on tour with Men at Work. So, and they're on tour with Toto, so she might be sick of the rains in Africa by now on tour with them, but you never know. Shout out to Rachel Mazer. Definitely check out all of her music. So the reason why I told Carter to be attentive for the next part, because last time Carter was on the show, I played Sufjan, and I said, have you listened to the new Sufjan album, Javelin? And what did you say?
At that time, probably no. Or yeah, I don't know.
No, you still haven't listened to it.
I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, I know.
But no, I've listened to songs off of it.
Okay.
And like songs you've told me to listen to, I've listened to, and they're really, really good.
They're really good.
Sad though.
They're really sad.
They're really sad.
And
it's the problem. It's a sad album.
Yeah, it's a sad album.
I'd rather listen to Illinois.
Sad music makes people happy that want sad music.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so sad music can make you happy.
I agree.
But all right, so I'm going to give a quick couple updates on Sufjan because I haven't done this in a while. Okay. Many people know that he had Guillain-Barré syndrome, diagnosed in 2023. He recently did an interview with Vulture magazine, just talking about how the last 2 years of his life was an absolute show is the word he used. I think it's a disaster. I'm not really sure what he meant, but he said he's not ready to go on tour, but he does see the light. He is in repair and survival mode. So all those things sound pretty promising. He did say that he's been enjoying walking his dog, gardening, managing projects on his record label, Asthmatic Kitty. You don't need to know this much about Sufjan Stevens, but his stepfather, who's also a musician, who raised Sufjan, started Asthmatic Kitty with him, Lowell Brahms. And you're probably wondering why his record label is Asthmatic Kitty. That is because Lowell had a cat with asthma problems named Sarah. So named after his cat, Sarah. So one thing what I was thinking, Carter, I was like, Carter, I keep on telling him to listen to this album. He doesn't get to listen. So I was like, he's coming on my radio show. I'm going to just make him listen to it on my radio show because that's how we're going to roll on Tree Town Sound. I'm going to set the stage for you because you probably know Sufjan came out of the closet, told the world he was gay, that he had a long-running partner who passed away in April 2023, Evans Richardson. And he passed in April, and Javelin, Sufjan's new album, came out in October. And there's a lure to the album within the fan base. Was it finished before he passed? Did he go in and do different things after he passed? No one really knows. Sufjan doesn't talk. Regardless, you can tell this album was written during the process of him knowing that his partner and love of his life was dying and he was going to lose him. So to answer your question, Carter, it is very sad, but we're going to do two off Javelin, the latest album from Sufjan Stevens, released in 2023. We're going to do the first two off the album back to back to set the stage because it really just shows how he's moving as fast as he can with Running Start, but not going anywhere, about to lose the person he loves more than anything else in the world, transitioning into that no one's ever going to love him again because they're going to love him for all the wrong reasons because he's a rock star and he has money, and like no one ever again is going to love him for who he actually is. They might only love him for what he is. So the stage is set. Do you have any questions, Carter?
No, I know this song. This is a great song. I know you sent me this one.
Do you want to add anything?
No. You crushed it.
I crushed it. I did good. I did good. Thanks, Carter.
Yeah,
we're crushing it here. All right, back to back. Sufjan Stevens off Javelin. This is A Running Start. Just tragically depressing lyrics from the one and only Sufjan Stevens with "Will Anybody Ever Love Me?" Before that was A Running Start. And it's just the facts of life. It's just what it is. The more you love, the more it's going to hurt later, and everyone needs to go through it, and no one's immune to it. And if you're going through something difficult right now, then I am sending you energy through the universe to make you feel better. Shout out to my mom, always sending energy to me. And you too, Carter. Let's all send it to each other. We are all electric. We are all made of stars, right? We are in space. We got to bring that back. I need to bring "We Are in Space" back. I thought about it the other day, but Got no time for podcasts right now. So I've talked a lot about Sonic Lunch coming up this Thursday, and I talked a lot about Carl Denson, who is the saxophone player in the Rolling Stones on the Lenny Kravitz recording, the mastermind of Grey Boy All-Stars. That show is free, 12 p.m. in Liberty Plaza. However, there is an opener, and that is Kai Five, who you may know as Kai Five Loops. Played the Ann Arbor Summer Festival, Top of the Park this summer, has a really great local following, starting to branch out, but he does something different than everyone. He's got that Bobby McFerrin magic, and what he does is he loops everything. So I'm going to play Sunny Days by him, and he's performed live in studio before. Maybe you already know him, but everything you hear is him looping himself. So he'll go in there and be like, and then he layers it. He goes, and then he actually can sing in tune and have the right pitch and not have it sound like garbage like me. True to Men Can't Sing. What are you going to do? But he does it perfect. We're going to rock one of those right now. Shout out to Kai Five Loops opening up Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch this Thursday at 11:30 a.m. This is Sunny Days, which it better be on Thursday. The master looper, Kai Five Loops. He will be performing this Thursday at Bank of Ann Arbor Sonic Lunch. That is Sunny Days. I know I didn't segue into another song. I'm breaking all the rules of my radio show, but I can, so I don't care. And I wanted to talk before this song, and I want to give a shout out to Shane Moe from Bellicose. Yes, the big show, Andrew Hortz and friends, the Tally Hall near Union reunion extravaganza on Thursday. We did an after party that Thursday night with Ross Fetterman, Joe Hertler, Shane Moe, and myself. I just played Tally Hall songs and Miracle Musical. I can't even talk today. What is going on, Carter?
I don't know, man.
Maybe it's because you just destroyed me in disc golf in the sun. I think that's what it is. Maybe I'm just hungry. Who knows? Regardless, I can still hold it down.
Yeah, you got this.
Especially in A-Town. You gonna laugh at that? Fine.
It's not even, no one calls it, A2.
Ace Deuce. Tree Town.
Yeah, Tree
whatever.
City.
Ann Arbor. What are you gonna do? I told the Ann Arbor story like 5 times. Why is Ann Arbor called Ann Arbor? Anyways, back to the fact. Shane Moe was a part of this show, who you may know as the rapper from Miracle Musical. You probably know him from Bellicose also. I told Ross, I was like, yeah, I heard Shane Moe is going to rap Labyrinth at the show. And Ross was like, well, he's like, yeah. So I asked him about it, and Shane's like, no, I wasn't planning on doing that. But then Shane was like, well, you told Ross. And then I thought, well, I should do that. And he did it. And it was the first live performance of Labyrinth ever. So we're going to play that now, because during that day in Ann Arbor, we got the first ever Shia LaBeouf live, the first ever Labyrinth live. Things are shaking. I mean, I want next year for Shane to do Labyrinth like that on the big stage. That would be a miracle musical. A musical miracle. Thank you, Carter. I appreciate that. Great fun. This is Miracle Musical. It's going to close out the segment. This is Ann Arbor's very own, Detroit now. He moved to Detroit like a month ago. Ann Arbor's very own. We don't care where he lives now. This is Miracle Musical with Shane Moe rapping, Charlene K singing. This is Labyrinth. You have a radio show, need a 1 minute and 1 second song? I got a song for you, Tally Hall, a lady. I'm back in studio with my wonderful son, Carter Altruda, in studio with me, with his wonderful girlfriend, Louisa. And I'm also in studio with my, well, should I say wife, fiance, Christy, with her son, Max, in studio. So it's a family affair here on Treetown Sound. Carter, you're going back to Chicago tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm going to be really sad with you leaving. Ann Arbor is a lot cooler with you here, and I appreciate you coming home and love you so much. And every time you leave, I'm like really sad for like 2 or 3 days. Christy even knows it's coming. She plans for it. So thank you, baby. Yeah. Well, we still got tonight.
Yep.
Who needs tomorrow?
For real.
We got.
Also, we'll be back. I gotta see Bryce.
You got to see Bryce.
I'll be back to see Bryce.
He's talking about Michigan football, go blue, and you got to come back for junior too.
Okay.
You got to think about that. All right, we're going to close it out with one left. I've played some Labyrinth this show with Shane Moe. I've played some Tally Hall. I've touched a lot of bases. I'm going to play some Charlene K, because we love Charlene K. And she did an incredible Instagram story about Sonic Lunch and the after party with Shane Moe playing Labyrinth to our man, 240,000 Instagram fans. So cool to see her being a part of Labyrinth, not even realizing recording songs in a little room in Detroit to see what it's done. So we're going to do one by Charlene K, one of my personal favorites. This is Lose My Mind off Conscious Animal, Conscious Control, something like that. All right, up next, Mark Copeland with Under the Radar Radio.